In this video, we are going to be reviewing the Forex Tester Online tool. If you don't know it yet, it is a strategy backtesting tool that you can use to test your strategies in real time. You probably know that backtesting your strategy can save you a lot of mistakes and a lot of money because you get to know all the details about the strategy before you risk your own money, right? So let's look into the tool and let's see how it works. So to get to this tool, you go to this website right here. I will also leave a link below. Once you get there, you are going to create an account by clicking here where it says get started. For me, I already have an account, so I will click log in. Once you are logged in, you are going to go to the dashboard that looks like this. Now on this dashboard, you can create a new project right here, which is basically your strategy or your backtest, right? If you click here on new project, a new window will pop up and you fill the details of your strategy. You can add any symbol that you want or any instrument by searching right here. There are hundreds if not thousands of symbols that you can choose from. So after that, you can fill in the strategy name, your starting balance, and the dates where you want the backtest to begin. You can start from 2003 in most instruments right here. After that, you can click create project. I think this platform's user interface is very clean. Also, another advantage here is that this tool is web-based, which means you don't need to install anything to your computer. All you have to do is go to your browser on any device and you can get access to this tool. Now, let's look into the actual backtest and see how it works. So here we are going to open the project that we have already created. Okay, so now we are on the platform. Let's look at the major things that we can do on this platform. The first thing that caught my attention here is that if you click here, right here where it says layouts, you can divide your screen into different layouts where you can put your chart into different time frames and you can test them at once. So once you click market simulation or once you click play here, all the time frames are going to be moving simultaneously. This helps a lot if you have to test a multi-time frame strategy. So look at this. Now the next thing here is the drawing tools and navigation. You can see that in the far left right here, you can get a lot of drawing tools. For me, I mostly use rectangles and trend line tools. So let's just go ahead and put a trend line on this chart right here. Now here's the cool part. From here, you can click this play button right here for the market to start moving and come back to the trend line before we make our entering and trading decision, right? But here is even the cooler thing. If we click right here on the trend line, you can click on the trend line to activate it. And we can also right click on it and then we can choose to the market to jump directly to that trend line so that you don't have to wait for the market to move or to simulate all the candlesticks that the market have to move to the candlesticks. The market can just jump to the candlestick and then you start making your decision. You can do the same thing with horizontal lines, support and resistance, and even with indicators. Now, this is a very cool thing because it saves a lot of time. Now, speaking about indicators, let's go to the indicators tab and let's see how many indicators that we can get and how many we can put on the chart. So if you come here and we click on the indicators, we can now see that we have a lot of indicators here. And if we decide to add them, we can see that you can add as much as you want on the chart. Now, my favorite feature here is, let's say you want to test your strategy on a specific trading session. For example, I have a 15-minute breakout strategy that I'm testing, and I want to test that strategy on the London session. What I would do normally is we go to indicators and we insert the time session indicator, and I will replay the market and wait for the market to go to the London session open. But with this tool, I can now use this feature called jump to. So I can click here where it says jump to, and it will give me options to jump to different scenarios. So in this case, I will choose jump to the next London session. And you can see here that the market have jumped to the London session and I have saved a lot of time, which I can now only focus on what happens during that time session that I chosen. In this case, it's going to be the London session. Okay, now let's place a few trades and see how the statistics look after you placed your trades. Now, to place your trades, let's say you see the market looking like this. We have a support and resistance, and we expect the market to move up from here according to our strategy. Now to place a trade, we can right click right here and then we click on new order. If you do that, a new window will pop up, and on this window, you are going to choose your lot size. You can also choose your total percentage that you want to risk on that trade. You can also add a stop loss, a take profit, and you can choose the number of pips that you want your stop loss or your take profit to be on. And once you do that, let's place the trade. After you place the trade, you can play the market simulation here and you see if the trade is going to either win or lose. Once it wins or loses, it's going to be added to the analytics. Now we're going to go to the analytics in a few minutes, but I'm going to just place a few trades right here, just random trades, so that we can see our analytics and statistics and looks and see how they looks like. Okay, now I've placed a few trades, and if we click here on analytics, we are going to see that we have a lot of stats here that is going to help us a lot. Now, these stats are going to help you because it helps you when it comes to optimizing your strategy for the best results, because you are going to see what is the win rate, what is the drawdown, what is the profit factor, and a lot more details that you want if you want to make your strategy profitable. Now, the other thing here is you can also use the calendar here to see which days of the week have your strategy been performing best and which days should you avoid going forward. Now, that is very cool, but I want to show you one of the coolest thing that I like about this tool. So if you come back here on this dashboard and if we click here where it says prop challenge, you can see that you can simulate testing your strategy with real prop firm rules. So if you click here, you can set all the details, the rules, the targets, the balance that you want to start off with, and all the conditions that your prop firm wants you to follow. And then once you do that, you can now go ahead and test your strategy and see how you pass, if you can pass the challenge, and how is your strategy going to perform if you are going to pass the challenge or if you are going to fail the challenge. But hey, I've talked a lot, but what's a review without talking about the pricing? Let's talk about the pricing of this tool. Now, this tool, you have three options. You can start off on a free trial with the limited features, or you can pay $149 a year or $219 lifetime access to the tool. Now, for most people on this channel, you would say this price is a little bit high, but I think for something that you are going to use for the rest of your life and you are going to use maybe a lot of the times and it's going to save you a lot of money, I think this price can be justified with the value that this tool provides. Now, let me know what you think about the tool, and if you want to visit the tool and see how it works for yourself, you can check out the link in the description, or you can get to this website that I will put right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.